Hey guys, what's going on? And I'm in my son's office slash our game room because that's where the Xbox is. So I might start recording in here. We'll see what happens. I've got it cleaned up a little bit. As you see, there's some mints I think back here. Yeah, look, actually they're combos. Why are those sitting out? The weirdos. Anyway, but yeah, let's talk about Crazy Town today. And I just got done reviewing, and I'm sure it'll go up before this one because I want to do the albums in order for the most part. Crazy Town, the Gift of Game, I just got done recording that, so that will be up most likely before this one. This is Crazy Town. I'm going to be reviewing Crazy Town, the Dark Horse album. I always think it's called Drowning because that was the single off this album. That was, the big one and the only one, I believe, off this album that got a single release. So let's go ahead and start the review. This album came out in 2002. I'm not writing a whole lot of information about the album. I'm just going to get straight to it and tell you the songs and the way I might describe the songs, or I may just tell you if I liked it or hated it and whether you should check it out. Basically, that's what it is. So number one, they start out with Decorated, and there was no intro. There was nothing like that on this album. So that's kind of cool. And to start this off, this was 3 years after having Butterfly and Toxic, two pretty big songs. Toxic was a decent start. Boom, kind of got them jump started. Butterfly was a massive hit. They got on Ozfest. I talked about that and I get the game review at the end of the video. So got them a lot of exposure. This CD came out and it was a blip on the radar. And I kind of remember what happened because this is what happened. When that single Drowning came out, was their major single off this album. It came out, and I don't think anybody requested it anymore because I didn't hear anybody saying, hey, can you play Drowning by Crazy Town? I heard the song. I remember hearing the song, but it wasn't the best. It wasn't like Crazy Town. It's the song that they released, and it was really dull compared to the stuff they had on their original CD, compared to Toxic, compared to Butterfly that they released to the mainstream. It was not a big deal. It just was not that good. So it kind of got drowned. Now, I don't know what other song on here was even a single. I have no idea. So I think they kind of just got, the label just said, well, this one didn't get any play whatsoever. And I think they basically killed the album. And it was kind of done. I remember them somewhat touring on this, but I remember them coming around and they were with somebody that was kind of a big deal, but not really a big deal. So I think they got on the wrong train, whoever they were with as well. So that also hurt them because it wasn't somebody that I think people would associate with Crazy Town and other fans of Crazy Town would like to see. That was a problem. When I seen them the second time, or the first time, I think I seen them there first time, I saw Crazy Town, Dope, POD, and Stained. That's an incredible lineup, man. I mean, who wouldn't want to go see that show? And Crazy Town was really big at the time. They had just gotten popular. I don't even think Butterfly had hit as a single. That scared the crap out of me. My air vent went off or something. Whatever they call it. That scared the shit out of me. Anyways, but anyway, yeah, that's what happened. So when this album came out, it kind of just like blip, boop, gone. Never heard of Crazy Town again. They disappeared off the face of the earth. I didn't even know they came out with an album in 2016 last year. Did not even know. I'm going to be reviewing that album shortly. I took a break and I'm reviewing another album. And I'll probably jump back to Crazy Town after I get the info for that recorded. I'll get the info for Crazy Town. I believe it's called Brimstone Sluggers, something like that is the name of the 2016 album. So you can go ahead and check it out. It is on Spotify if you want to check it out before I do that review. So you can tell me if you like that CD or album and are excited for me to review it. So anyways, number one, the first track was Decorated. Good song. Kind of sounded different, a little bit more of a rock vibe than what you're used to hearing from Crazy Town. They did have some rocky kind of vibe on The Gift of Game, but they kind of stuck to kind of the rap rock kind of thing where they rapped a lot, they did a lot of slow, mellow stuff, and you're going to get that on this CD as well. But it wasn't like an overly like blow you out of the water song that started the CD. Number 2, really good song. This is what Crazy Town, this is what you want from Crazy Town. It was actually a decent song. Hurt You So Bad. It was kind of a slower song, great catchy song. Shifty's voice and meshed well with it. Like I said before, on the Get the Game review, they really did a lot of heavy rapping into kind of slower kind of choruses. And when they did it well, they got it well. When they didn't do it and it didn't work, it just didn't work, and you just didn't like the song. It was just the way it was. And this CD is horrible about that. You'll find out. But Hurt You So Bad it was a good song on the CD. And I did make sure I checked like to Get the Game. I forgot to check mark some of the good songs, but I knew which ones they were. Because I had that CD, the first to Get the Game. I want to get Dark Horse though, because I think it's got some songs on there I wouldn't mind listening to. The single Drowning. Okay, so here's the thing about Drowning. Drowning is one of those average songs. It's not a bad song at all. It is not a bad song. I don't want to act like it's a dud, that it shouldn't have got popular, because it should have got popular. It actually is just an average Crazy Town song. It's nothing major. It was not going to be a mainstream hit, but it was an average Crazy Town song, and it should have got them a little bit of popularity, but it just wasn't that good. It needed just a little bit more of an oomph, and it probably would have been better. But it was a decent song. Like I said, it was the only single I believe they released off the CD. If there was another single, I never even heard it. And they did. They only released it like a little, like briefly, and both the singles kind of went and dudded out. But kind of a new sound that they were doing, kind of with some of the songs on this album. But on all these songs, for the most part, you can still hear Shifty. He's a great vocalist, rapper, whatever you want to say. His voice is unique, I think, and there is certain vocalists that you just hear and you know their voice. And there's times where I heard a couple bands that kind of sounded like him a little bit, and I kind of thought it was Shifty with another band, because I was like, man, that's cool. I hope that is him, because I really want to hear Shifty again. So when I found that they had an album in 2016, I was kind of excited. I wanted to listen to it, and I did listen to a little bit of it. It was pretty good, so I'm kind of excited to review it and get the information for it. But Shifty still shined through on the track Drowning on track 3. I enjoyed it. Number 4 is called Change. Super slow, into heavy, like I talked about, but it was super slow. And it was an okay song, but it just wasn't for me. It is like I said before, if they do it, they're good. If they don't get it right, it just don't work. And this song, it just didn't work for me. Number 5, Candy Coated. This started out where it started out like it was a hard rock rap song, and it sounded like something I was like, oh yeah, sweet. And then something just was off. They tried to do the slow thing, and it didn't work. I'm not going to keep saying that through this whole entire album, but it's a theme that they try it, the slow rapping thing, slow music rapping with it, and they try and go into a slower thing, and it just doesn't work. And it continues as a theme for this Dark Horse album that came out in 2002. It just didn't work. Like I said, and I'll say this before, nu metal is odd. You can mess up nu metal, or you can get it extremely right, and you can have super popular, fans running at your door wanting to get your autograph, and you be super popular, whatever. Or you can just dud, and nobody likes you at all. I'm a huge fan of nu metal and rock, rap music, though, in general, so I like about anything, as long as it's not completely horrible, like some of these songs are. Sorry, Crazy Town. But I do like it. Number 6, wow, like, it went from 4 or 5 being like, poop songs, to number 6, waste of my time. This is what Crazy Town should sound like. Dirty, raw rap, that, we're using curse words, but use them in the right way. Another thing I talked about on the Get the Game was, they use curse words, whatever you want to call them, but they use them in the right way. They don't just throw them in there whenever, like you can tell from some rappers. They don't have to put those in there. But in here, it fits with the songs. They put them in places where it rhymes or it fits, and it grooves with the funky beats and the dirty raw rap. It just fits. And The filthy Crazy Town is the ones I like. They don't get like super filthy like Two Live Crew. If you don't know what Two Live Crew is, that's a whole other story. Look that up. They don't get that. Nobody is as bad as Two Live Crew. I've only heard of a couple bands that could be as bad as Two Live Crew, and you don't want to go down that road. If you don't want to hear vulgarness, do not listen to Two Live Crew. Anyways, Waste My Time, great song. It's one of my favorites off this album. Super good. It is definitely worth your time to check out. Waste of My Time. It's hard to say. Number 7, Sorry. Slow song, it wasn't bad. It's not a horrible song, but it's more of a chill song. That's what I put in the notes. And I remember the song. I do remember because I did listen to this last night. So, but it's more of a chill song. It wasn't like anything special, but it wasn't bad either. It was actually done pretty well, but it just wasn't anything spectacular. Battle Cry. This is one of those songs that was average. It was good. You can tell that they put effort in it. Hard-hitting song. It was like punk infused, man. They were going for it, man. Good. It's a good song, but it could be forgotten. It's not like super over the top. It's barely average. In my eyes, it was barely average. And it was barely able to say, that's a pretty good song. I could almost not say that. That's what I get from when I listen to it. Number 9, an awesome song. I love this song. Take It to the Bridge. I remember, I think, hearing this like a long time ago, and I'm like, that's a good song off that album. And I think this is one of the only tracks I've ever heard like back in the day that I was like, yeah, that's a good song. So I wonder if they have any more. And I heard Drowning, and I heard probably Change or Candy Coated, and I didn't like it. And I'm like, that's probably the only song that's on there that's good. But I remember, I think, hearing Take It to the Bridge a long time ago. It so sounds like a band called Shovel that I completely enjoy. That they only had like really like 2 albums, I think, come out, and Shovel was really good too. But this exactly sounds like Shovel. This entire song, it's rock, rap, punk. Just moving, keeps your head moving. It's completely like upbeat and slamming, and it's just a really really rocky song with rap to it. That's like hardcore, and it just gets you going. It's really a good song. It's the thing about nu metal is that some people dislike it, but for the rhythm and the words, it's almost like a great rap song. You can't go wrong with an old Dr. Dre song. People just enjoy that because it's raw. It was something when it first came out, and you heard the really, really good, like West Side, rap. I think Snoop's from West Side. I don't remember. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I just shut up. Anyway, when you hear a Snoop Dogg song back in the day, you hear an Ice Cube song from back in the day, it was just so like reminiscent. It makes you love that time, in the rap scene. It was really, really good. When you hear a rap rock song that hits it everything right, it goes somewhere. And a perfect thing about this is Spit It Out by Slipknot. When you heard that song, even to this day, Slipknot fans, go back and listen to Spit It Out. It's one of those songs you can always go back to and go, wow, that was when I super loved Slipknot. They were awesome. They were whatever. And over the time, like I said, I still enjoy Slipknot and everything. But things have changed over time. I still like them, but they've changed. They're not like that anymore. And it's sad because I enjoy rap rock, like I said. And this is one of the songs that kind of makes me love rap rock. And that, they were a part of that kind of era that started the rap rock. Number 10, Skulls and Stars. Really good rap. It was a mellow, not a mellow song. It wasn't bad, just average. I like the song, but the only bad thing about it seems like they repeated a lot of the lyrics. Like literally meant like, it literally sounded like they were repeating the same words over and over and over and over again. And it's not bad. There's some songs out there that could do that, and it sounds okay. But this is one that didn't seem to work. It almost didn't work, but it did work. And it's an average song. Barely average, but it's not bad. Number 11, Beautiful. Not really. Another meaningless, slow, mellow rap song that just didn't work. So that's all I'll say about that. Number 12, catches you right off the bat. It caught me right off the bat. You're the One. Really good spitting rap on it. Their raps, it impresses me because No one ever talks about Crazy Town, and it so gets to me because they're deep in my heart, man. I love Crazy Town, man. There's one of the best rap rock bands that nobody talks about. Nobody talks about Shovel. Nobody talks about Crazy Town. I'm trying to think of another one that nobody really talks about. Um, there was a song by Darwin's Waiting Room that was really good. Nobody ever talks about them either. They were pretty decent. Um, but yeah, You're the One was really good. The raps is really good on it. The chorus is weird, but if you're jamming to it and you're into the lyrics and the verses, and it gets to the chorus and you get past it, you get right back into the flows and the rap is really good again. And at the end, You're the One. It's just really good. It's kind of a slower thing, but it's Crazy Town. This is Crazy Town. When you hear the songs that that are just like the Get the Game songs, that's what they need to keep doing. Stop doing the other stuff. Do stuff like this. Just do stuff like this. And the other day I thought, like, man, they missed their mark. If they could have been a part, not really been a part of Suburban Noise, but if they could have stayed legit for a while, had a few hits, and it's kind of stayed relevant for a while Cottonmouth King was kind of building up, because they were kind of building up when Crazy Town was coming up, pretty close, like a few years after they kind of fell off. Cottonmouth Kings kind of became a big thing, and now Cottonmouth Kings has some artists on their label that I don't think necessarily are like potheads and shit. So I think that they would have fit in right, and I mean, who knows? Maybe they could get them on the label. I think they would fit in great with that crowd, and I think people that are Cottonmouth King fans could definitely jump on the Crazy Town bandwagon, because they're super great and they can rap really well. And I think even with like D-Loc and Richter and all these people joining in and helping Crazy Town and being on their albums and stuff, sky's the limit, man. Uh, Number 13, it's called Them Days. No. No. Reggae like music was in the background. Smooth, slow rapping, but no, it did not work. I don't know what they were trying to do with this song. It's like they had one more track, or they wanted to fit one more track on this album, and it was like one they probably weren't even going to put on there. And I bet Shifty was like, hey, why don't we try and put this reggae song on there? And everybody in the band's probably going, no, don't do it. No, please. And he's like, come on, just one song. We'll see what the fans say. Little did they know their fans had left. But where they went somewhere. They were not listening. And if they got to track 13, they probably exited and didn't want to listen to any more Crazy Town, because this is bad. That was the worst song on the album, was Them Days. I didn't like any of that. That was just horrible. But yeah, this is 3 years. 1999, they released to Get the Game. 2002, Dark Horse came out. So around 3 years, they had Butterfly, massive mainstream hit. Toxic, semi-hit, had a little bit of radio play. People liked it. They come out with this album, Dark Horse, fart in the wind, nothing, blip, didn't hear about it at all. I think I remember maybe one time on TRL, maybe 2 times on TRL. They might have mentioned them, because I think they were on TRL and they would broadcast their videos, but then they really didn't get much airplay. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Crazy Town, a huge fan of Crazy Town. I love them. I want them to do good. When I listen to them, I think it's called Brimstone Sluggers, something. I'm going to review that video, album review, whatever the heck. I can't talk it all today. When that video comes up, hope you guys enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe to see more content like this on a daily basis. Feel like I'm going to throw up in my mouth. Anyways, like, comment down below. Let me know what you think about this album. If you've heard it, I'm speaking out words that are not even real words, so I apologize for that. But all that good jazz, you know what to do. You've operated YouTube before. Hope you guys continue to enjoy the videos I'm producing. Sorry that my hair is a complete donkey mode right now. But anyways, all that good jazz. Keep rocking and keep on listening to Crazy Town.